Okay, let's take a look at how to get the confidence interval here for the deep sleep column. First of all, I'm just going to cut and paste these things right here. Let me know what I'm calculating. By the way, ironically, so these are all formulas based on column L. Since we want the exact same thing based on column U, we could just copy this, that's a Control C, and paste it, Control V, and get our answers immediately. Notice that these formulas update automatically for column U instead of column L. So that's really all you need to do to get the answer of 69. Of course, that depends on having the formulas there in the first place. So let's not assume that we have that. Average is a formula that starts off with equals, as does any formula. Average, and you can either type in U2 through U24, or you can just select that data right there, sorry, U2 through U25. And that gives us our average. So of these 24 nights that I calculated sleep, remember we have 25 minus that column header row. So there's 24 rows of data. Of those 24 nights that I tabulated my sleep, my average amount of deep sleep was 76 minutes per night. Next thing I want to get is the error margin, because this is where I'm going to use the confidence formula. My alpha is 0.05 is going to be your standard default unless a problem would tell you specifically different than that. Your standard deviation is going to be the standard deviation formula of, and then you can just, again, select these cells. You could also type in U2 colon U25. It would do the same thing. Then it says population size. Here our quote-unquote population is just 24 data points that we're analyzing. And I don't really like that word because this is really a sample, but that's how this formula is set up so that it can be a general use formula. And if I press enter there, I'll get an error margin of 7 minutes. So that's the plus or minus. I know that this estimate for all nights it probably isn't quite right, but I know if I would go below that by 7, so I'm going to just take the average and subtract this error margin there. And if I would take that average and add the error margin here, we're going to get the confidence interval. So the confidence interval would be between 69 and 84. In other words, even though these 24 nights, on average, I got 76 minutes of deep sleep, I really want to know, in general, how much deep sleep am I getting, not just those nights. And that number, that amount of deep sleep I'm getting in general, is probably somewhere between 69 and 84 minutes a night. So even best case scenario, I'm getting less than that 90 minutes of recommended deep sleep per night. But it gives me a range that I can be pretty sure that my overall average is somewhere inside of.